if you're a woman and you're wondering what is it that men really want, is what you're doing bringing him peace? If it's not, and you're super hot, you're going to get away with it for a while. You just are. You will. But for long term, if this is the one you want to wife you up.
Look, a guy is not going to have a life partner that causes him chaos.
Correct.
Now, he might marry the hot chick.
Yeah.
He might marry the hot chick, but I guarantee you that is not going to be his life partner.
Yeah.
And all the happy wives and girlfriends and fiancés had high standards. And her current husband, fiance, or boyfriend climbed up to meet her high standards. He didn't ask her to lower the bar, and she didn't budge either. I'm not lowering it. You're gonna have to come up here. Yeah. Yep.
Single ladies, if you're on a date with someone and you have no plans of seeing them again and you need something safe and polite to say in order to get out of there, all that you have to say is, thank you so much for the date. I enjoyed getting to know you. I have to get up really early in the morning, so I need to get going. Also, if they are someone that you met on the apps and you haven't yet exchanged phone numbers with and they ask you for your phone number, just tell them, I would like to keep communication on the apps for now. Keep it simple. I hope this helps.
Modern women continue to screw themselves. Really, honestly and truly, I don't need a man. He don't gotta buy me this. I buy this for my own self and all that other stuff. You're so loud, you're so boisterous with it, you're so bold, you're so confident with it that the man actually heard you. He really heard you. And when he starts responding to what he heard, all of a sudden it's, well, you didn't have to act like that and you didn't have to do that and I still need you for these things. But you screwed yourself by talking the way that you talk.
Do you know that men are never ignoring you? It's true. If he's on his laptop or watching a sports event or a movie, he's focused on that. He can't watch and ignore you at the same time. That would require him doing two things at once. And a man's single focus only allows him to do one thing at a time. It's not personal to you. He's just focused on something else at that moment.
My least favorite thing to hear as a single person is, oh, you're going to find the perfect person when you're least expecting it. Oh, you're going to find the one when you stop looking for it. Like, are we being so for real right now? Oh, like, you just have to be content with being alone. I am, 100%. But that doesn't mean I can't want to be in a relationship. I don't know. Single people out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video. And another thing you have to understand is that modern women, they keep on trying to make men feel guilty about backing up, about not helping, about protecting themselves, staying to themselves. That's a form of protection. Well, how come a man won't protect me? How come a man won't provide? How come a man just going his own way? Because you've showed that man that you're a bona fide problem. You've shown that man that you're not safe to be around. You've shown that man that you can't keep your mouth closed, especially when it matters. And I'm not about to put myself in danger.
This is just your daily reminder that every man is a loser until proven otherwise. Have a great Monday.
When you look at these videos and then you see a whole bunch of videos from women saying guys aren't coming up to women anymore. I don't know what's happening. I'm hot and all my friends are hot and guys aren't coming up to us anymore. What is going on? Are you guys just not ballsy enough? What is wrong with you? What's wrong with them? They're seeing video after video after video of you calling them a loser on second one, man-hating, being obnoxious and entitled, being a total nag. Why would they come up to you?
That's my problem. I see the most beautiful woman on earth and walk straight past her without saying a word. And it's not that I'm afraid of rejection. It's just over the years, women have made it very clear that they want to be left alone. See, I'm cool with being told no. It's just when they make me out to be a creep, that's what I have a problem with. And before anyone says, you probably approach in a creepy way. No, I approach in a very respectable manner. And it's definitely been a few times where I'll walk up to a chick and say, hey, how you doing? And then make it out to seem like they being harassed. There's been too many cases where dudes done went to jail over false accusations. I don't even feel like dealing with the hassle.
Is chivalry dead? Different men holding umbrellas for their wives in the rain. Wow. Most men don't do that anymore. Men opening doors for their wives in the car. You're going to say, open door for her. Close door for her. Wear her seat belts for her. You understand? A husband is dressing up for work. The wife knots his tie for him. wears his socks for him, wears his shoes for him. He can do it, but there's that extra feeling when your partner
does that for you.
I think modern women believe that dudes are just going to let them just run rampant. Just do whatever you want. Just be however you want. I know I'm about to clown you. I know I'm about to act a fool. Go ahead. Why not? Go ahead. This is what a lot of modern women are thinking that men are going to let them do. But men are tired of that nonsense. And what you're running into is men not receiving you or not being as receptive to being walked all over as they used to be. See, you caught a man when he was being a gentleman, but now he's like, I don't.
Why do so many women act like it's their duty to have kids when it's actually their choice?
It's not always your choice.
Well, I've never said always, but isn't it usually their choice? I mean, unless a woman has, unconsensual.
No, she can have a slip up. She can get just all kind of stuff. And some women don't believe in aborting their kids either. So they just go with the punches, roll with the flow, and keep the baby.
Don't women ultimately decide who gets and who gets born?
Who gets? Yeah, but not who gets born.
Well, sure they do, because women always have the option to choose whether they want to keep the child or not.
Right, but like I said, some women don't believe in aborting a baby. So even if you're in a bad situation, you still keep it.
But that's still their choice.
Right, and you make the right choice to not life.
Tampa men, you need to do better. I was roaming around Hyde Park this Saturday and Friday nights, and I saw a crazy amount of couples walking around where the man was walking in front of the woman. Is chivalry fully? I need to know. Because honestly, you guys really failed to surprise me in a lot of ways, but the amount of people, it was like 80% of couples, the man was walking in front. That is honestly just embarrassing for you. Is this normal here? Like, I'm born and raised Florida, so I know it's not all of Florida thing, but is this normal for Tampa?
And another thing is that a lot of modern women don't like to take accountability. And a man can't live with you if that's the way that you think. There's nothing that I can do about that. There's nothing that I want to do about that. I can be at home, chilling, taking it easy. Why would I want to sit there and be bothered with you? Why would I want to sit there and have stupidity hanging around me? That's something that we got to figure out. That's the thing that we have to look for. Why would I want to be bothered with somebody that don't know how to act? And when they don't know how to act, they're looking at me like I done done something wrong, instead of taking accountability.
You can't mistreat a good man and then be shocked when he stops being good to you. A good man, he'll take a lot. He'll be patient when you're difficult. He'll stay calm when you push his buttons. And because he keeps showing up, you think he's never going to leave. But what you don't understand about good men is that they don't leave loud. They leave quiet. One day he just stops caring. That's a man who finally accepted that his peace is worth way more than your approval. Good men don't turn bad. They just stop being good to people who punish them for being that way. And that's not a character flaw. That's a man who finally learned that loyalty without boundaries is just self-destruction.
I think there are a lot of, I will say, I represent a lot of very high net worth men, and I represent a lot of women who are married to or marrying high net worth men. I have seen a trend lately in high net worth men when you ask them about what they offer for first dates. They often don't flex their wealth on first dates. Does this person, like Conor McGregor said, don't eat with people you wouldn't starve with. And I think that there is value in saying, look, if IHOP isn't good enough for you, I wouldn't take you, little Bernardin. Like, I wouldn't take you to the French Laundry if you wouldn't go to Chipotle with me, because you're going to eat at Chipotle a lot more than you eat at the French Laundry.
I think a lot of modern women are so short-sighted that they don't really understand that the person who they are, who they're proud of, is actually going to hold them back. And I know you like the spirit. I fought through this and I've gone through that, and it made me who the person that I am today. And so they feel like in a lot of situations, in a lot of cases, well, I had to fight through some stuff to build myself up to this person. And men will appreciate that about me. And so they'll say, oh yeah, she's a fighter. I love her. But that's not the way it goes, because that fight and that disrespect turns him. There's nothing wrong with you challenging and trying to help him out. But a lot of times modern women are downright disrespectful.
I've heard a lot of black women who said that they are tired of being the independent black women, the strong, independent black women, that they want a man to come in their life and swoop them off their feet and just, do everything for them. You don't even think that you believe in the traditional values, but you actually lean into it. You actually enjoy it. Who doesn't enjoy being catered to in one way or another? And honestly, as a Christian, I believe that women are not just supposed to submit to men, but that's supposed to be a service to each other.
Exactly.
So however I can serve you and however you can serve me, and therefore we have a healthy and balanced relationship between our femininity and masculinity.
A lot of these modern women are terrible in the way that they maneuver in the world. The man will come, well, man, how come men don't approach anymore? How come men don't come up to us in the grocery store or the gas station? Well, the way you guys have maneuvered, the way you guys have run your mouth, the way you guys have really honestly and truly acted a fool. You guys have really gotten beside yourself in the way that you treat men that are, really honestly and truly, to you guys, all men are the same. It don't really matter if a man comes up to you and says, hey, how you doing? My name is John. Versus a man, yo, what's up, ma? How you doing? Oh, you looking fine today, girl. You sexy. Turn around and shake that thing on me. Really don't even matter. So the man that was actually giving you respect, you treat him with the same level of respect that a man is coming up to you trying to dog you.
Masculine men only protect and cherish feminine women. You can get mad at me, ignore me, or argue it, but it doesn't change reality. Your man is wired to protect, lead, and provide. But he can only do that for a woman who allows him to be that kind of man. If you constantly control, argue, or compete with him, one of two things is going to happen. He'll either shut down and become passive with no drive, no initiative, and then you'll complain that he's weak and he doesn't lead, or he'll say, this isn't the kind of woman I want. And he'll go find a softer, feminine woman that he can actually protect and care for. When a woman lives in her masculine 24/7, he starts seeing her more like a friend, a coworker, or even competition, but never as a wife. So if you want a masculine man by your side, you don't force him. You make space for him by returning to your femininity. That's your natural state. That's where you feel adored and relaxed and deeply valued. If you want to learn how to embody that soft, confident, feminine energy, comment feminine and I'll send you my program to learn this.
Single ladies looking for their husbands in 2026, listen up. Gentlemen, also stick around because I need you to validate something I'm about to say in the comments. Ladies, if you are a fun, successful, smart, beautiful woman looking for your husband in 2026, this is exactly what you're going to do. It is very simple. You're going to get your Pilates princess booty over to Lululemon. You're going to buy yourself a golf dress. You're going to borrow some clubs or buy some on Facebook Marketplace. I don't care. And you're going to get your cute little butt over to the driving range tomorrow. That place is going to be crawling with men and they're probably going to be rich because golf is expensive AF. I used to be on the dating apps. I was at the bars looking for men. No. Go to the driving range. Go to your local par 3 course. Find a man there. I started playing golf in July and now I have the sweetest, most caring, thoughtful man whose mission in life is just to love and cherish and support me. Men, let me know if I'm onto something in the comments. Ladies, report back and let me know how this goes. Okay, love you, bye.
A lot of times these modern women got away with the man planning all of this stuff. The flowers, I'll get you flowers. Oh, well, I really don't want to ride with you. I don't really know you. Well, I don't know you, so why would I be buying you flowers? Oh, well, it's different because you need to impress me. Okay, well, then how is it different if we both meet on a level playing field? I don't buy you anything, you don't buy me anything. There's not really any expectation but to come up here and get to know each other. It's a nice gesture if I were to buy you flowers, but it's not something that should be expected because once again, we don't really know each other. We're just feeling each other out. If I like you and we have another date, hey, I was thinking about you. Oh man, I appreciate that. But too many times, modern women are expecting, they feel entitled to this type of behavior. Well, my friends do it. Oh, this person did and that person did it. Actually, what you're not saying is that person might have not started off doing that. Your friend might have not started off doing that for you. And over time, as they got to know you, they started thinking about you more and more. A relationship is...
If your husband had to beg for affection, beg to be touched, to be seen, to be loved, then something is deeply wrong. A man shouldn't feel like a beggar in his own home. Not for love, not for warmth, not for closeness. If he pours into you and gets coldness in return, if he tries to connect and gets brushed off like he's a burden, if his emotional needs are always last on the list, eventually he'll stop asking, he'll stop trying. And when he goes silent, you'll wonder what happened. But the truth is, you trained him to stop reaching for you. Affection is not a reward for good behavior. It's a language of love. And when you withhold it, the message is loud and clear. You don't matter to me. Don't let your marriage become a place of rejection, where he walks on eggshells, where love is withheld like a punishment. Because even the strongest men break when they feel unwanted in the one place they should feel safe. Couples who use our guide go from feeling distant and resentful to feeling seen, supported, and emotionally connected. Comment reset, and I'll send you the guide.
They regret leaving you. Not only did they say that they regret leaving you, like these were the words that came out their mouth. I regret leaving you. Not only did they say this, but they also said to whoever they were communicating with, I hurt the wrong person. I hurt the wrong person. Now, nobody ever deserves to be hurt. Nobody ever deserves to be hurt. But the fact that somebody is saying, I hurt the wrong person, signifies that they know you are a child of God. They know that what you went through and what they participated in and what they allowed to happen because they left you, they know that you did not deserve that. This is not somebody who is just regretting leaving you because they found out you're a child of God, or they regret leaving you because you are anointed, because you are blessed. No, this is someone who regrets everything because they know that you are a good person. They know you didn't deserve it. They are authentically and genuinely sorry for what they did.
To the point, like I remember when I was dating, before I found my wife, where you know, you swipe on somebody, have a conversation with them, and first thing they say, oh, you know, they're asking all these questions, and first thing they tell you, I'm looking for marriage, or are you looking for marriage? It's like, you know, we gotta try to get married, basically, if you want to connect with me. And if you're not trying to get married, then we're not going to connect. And they almost give you this this playbook of, look, you know, this is where I'm trying to go. And if that's where you're trying to go, then come on, we can connect and then we can make it work. At least that's how I was greeted by the women. I don't know what the...
Women got to be smarter than that to say that. Because if a man wants to marry you, they will do it.
Right.
So you need to connect first to figure out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If there's a connection there, you don't want to scare somebody and be like, hey, that's what I want. If you ain't trying to marry me, then forget about it.
Just shine a light where they hide the gray. It's not 'cause they podcast.
Where are all the provider good men at? As a dating coach, I can tell you that they still exist. Unfortunately, a good provider man is just not average anymore. And as someone who married a provider mindset man, I can tell you that there's going to be seasons in your life and in your relationship where you might have to do 20-80. Or in my case, for 4 months, it was 40-60. But it was all temporary. And here's one of the things that you need to understand as a lady who's in the dating market. You have to take a risk. There's risk in everything you do. So if you think, okay, so he has good character, he has good money, he has this, he has that, he has that, there's nothing that could go wrong, think again. But where are these provider men? They are literally everywhere. I need you ladies to understand that if you are a man's dream woman, he will move mountains for you to give you the lifestyle that you want. You won't need to force yourself. You won't need to mold yourself into something that you are not. Men are simple. They either love you or they just want you for a good time. They see you as a wife or they don't. So instead of focusing on where are they at, where are they at, where are they at, I recommend for you to build a life of love. Learn to love yourself and learn how to accept yourself and learn how to be at peace with yourself. Because that energy alone is so magnetic to the correct men, and you will intimidate and turn off the men that are not meant to be in your life. As always, ladies, be wise.
I had a first date scheduled with a Hinge match for Thursday. Coffee. He asks me what
politely decline. So instead of choosing the place, he actually canceled our date. The task was just too large for him. He actually said, after further reviewing the assignment, I've concluded I'm not the man for the job. I wish you all the best in your New York dating journey. You can't choose a coffee shop? Spend 5 minutes on our date, babe.
Say how you do one thing is how you do everything. So it is a huge red flag if a man quits as soon as something is even remotely inconvenient for him. What's it going to be like when you're asking him to plan a date a few months down the line, a few years down the line? Life is going to throw much harder challenges on him than this. And he's already telling you he has a hard time handling that. These are the kind of men that want to be leaders. These are the kind of men that talk about how they want a submissive woman. Submissive to what? He wants to lead you in a relationship. To lead you to a coffee shop? A few seconds, maybe even a few minutes is all it would have taken. Really don't think that women are worth the effort. Betty, a coffee date can't get much more low stakes than that. And in New York, that's probably the easiest to do. You can probably throw a rock and hit a coffee house in New York. Actually did you a favor because he's showing you how he handles pressure. He throws his hands up and he quits. We're talking about finding a coffee shop for a first date or handling any kind of relationship issues that a new couple would face. He's telling you he's got to fold.
Young men aren't working hard. Well, it's because we've removed the incentive to work hard. Young men will only be stewards for a society where they have an actual stake in it, okay? Their own piece of the world. And we've done everything to make women non-monogamous or impossible to be monogamous with, statistically anyway. You know, you can marry a girl, but she's been cracked enough times to make an omelet. Not very motivating for a man, right? Oh, I can be her first and only love. No, I can be the 75th guy in a row, you know, and now I just provide, right? So she's not yours, okay? Not really. And then you get a house, but you're paying mostly interest for like 30 years on a loan that was snapped into existence, backed up by the Fed, you know, by a commercial bank. So you're paying interest on not even real money, rooted in nothing, right? So you're a debt slave. You can't really own your home or your land. And then you have no social stake in society either, because we live in a liberal democracy. You can't control who your neighbors are. You have no say over your local community, really. And then a lot of those good jobs they give to random people from 3,000 miles away. Right, so we expect men to be self-sacrificial stewards, leaders in society without giving them authority or ownership over any of it.
Somebody asked, do you guys know why you're single? And I'll speak for myself. I know exactly why I'm single, because I've never dated a guy that God would have approved for me. Not to say, let me clarify and say that I've actually only dated great men. I have a great picker. I've only dated really wonderful guys, good people to their core, obviously not perfect and clearly not from me, because we would be together if that was the case, but like good people, but never somebody who's further along in their faith than I am. Yeah. And I know without a shadow of a doubt that the person God has for me is like so far along in their faith than I am. And I have such a desire, like a yearning to be led spiritually. I just want to sit and look up at a man talking to me about theology. And I'll be so happy. You know what I mean? And so there's always been, unfortunately, not in like an insulting way, but there's a level of respect that I'll have for the person that I'm with when that's the case. And I've never experienced that.
If they have a list and everything is not checked off on their list, then they don't want it. They're looking for perfection and you won't ever get it. If they were such good guys, you should have stayed with them, or at least stayed with one of them. You know what I mean? It's like you have a good person, and just because they don't check one stuff on the list that you have, you're going to give that up and be like, well, I'm going to wait for the guy to come around who's going to check all 10. Like, that doesn't really happen.
Why are so many first dates failing? Why do men have so much trouble getting that second date? Do men ever take a moment to pause and say, okay, I'm having a very high failure rate, or I'm not having a very high success rate with this. What do I need to change up? See, the problem is a lot of men never do that. And that is mind-boggling to me. I have a background in sales, and I have a background in lead generation, and that's really kind of what dating is. And if I'm sending out cold emails and none of them are working for a week, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to change up my messaging. I'm going to change up my subject. I'm not going to keep doing the same thing over and over again because it's me. If most men are not getting past a first date, then those men need to take a look at what they are doing in that date that keeps them from getting that second date. And buying her a plate of food is not going to get you or guarantee you a second date, particularly if your personality is off-putting, if your behavior is off-putting.
How do we know that somebody we're recently dating or starting a relationship is good for us? And it's usually not what most people think. The way to gauge whether somebody is quote unquote good for you is often different than they make you feel great. The people that are best for us are the people that call us forward, are the people that actually help us to relax into the best versions of ourselves. And so that's the question to ask yourself as you start dating somebody new or you start a relationship with somebody new is, do they call me forward into the deepest, most expressed version of myself? Do they, I'm going to use this word, demand the best of me? Do they provide a mirror for me so that I don't just slip into my patterns? It's rarely somebody's good for you, especially in the first few months, because we're all hopped up on hormones and you can't really tell if somebody's good for you. If they make you just feel great and give you everything that you want, chances are those relationships are doomed. But the people who actually are a full stand for our expression, like a stand for us to be fully expressed and fully healed and transmuted in the world, those are the people that are special. Those are the people that really matter most. So if you're wondering if they're good for you, it's often not just about, are you aligned? Do you want the same things? Are you guys having a beautiful experience? Those things are often great and important, but to really gauge whether somebody's good for you, ask yourself, do they call out the best in me? And then if you really want for extra credit, have your friends tell you how you feel after you started dating them. Do you actually feel like a more expressed version of yourself? Do you actually feel like a deeper version of yourself? Because the world will be able to tell if somebody is activating something very deep and special in you.
I think modern women have to start understanding that you're not really the only one out here that has anything to lose. That's what a lot of these modern women do a lot of times. Is they try to say things like, well, you know, it's not good to get married because I'm going to have to be a slave and a servant, and then go on describing all of the things, all of the terrible things that they have to come in contact with. Mind you, the man that they're with is paying all of their bills, pretty much. The man that they're with is paying for the dates. He's paying for a lot of the things that she wants, and she's still complaining. She's still complaining about what he isn't doing, what he'll never be, what he hasn't been thus far. Just completely ungrateful. At some point in time, you have to, y'all be in the mirror looking at positive affirmations. How come there's no positive affirmation to understand how to treat a man? You love yourself. You're beautiful. You is kind. You is strong. You is purty. You is going to be nice today. You is going to be a good person. You is going to be respectful. How come y'all don't put that on y'all's mirror? How come y'all don't put that on y'all's list of affirmations? You is not going to be a jerk